Alright, secondhand toy dealer here, and in this video I'm going to go over some things that I found that are new at Walmart. There were some Lightyear toys from the Disney Pixar movie Lightyear. I believe it's like a prequel to Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. And they had a few action figures, and that didn't really interest me a whole bunch, but what did interest me were these spaceships. Now, I think that spaceships and airplanes are sorely underrepresented on retail shelves these days. You don't hardly ever see any starships, starfighters, airplanes, fighter jets. That toy that flies around, I mean, like, I always liked playing with airplanes and spaceships and fighter jets and starfighters, flying them around in the backyard, pretending that my parents' vehicles in the driveway were the bad guys' motherships, and having all kinds of adventures where I didn't need to be on the ground rolling a vehicle through the dirt. That always appealed to me as a kid, and I don't really see a bunch of that on store shelves now. I mean, they used to have like tons of Star Wars ships, Star Trek ships, and die-cast airplanes, but there really isn't a bunch of that on store shelves anymore. So when I saw this Lightyear LX-15 spaceship, I thought, you know, this is really kind of cool. The back of it shows what is available in this series, and they did have all 5 of these packages at my Walmart. I'm certainly not going to collect them all, and I'm probably not going to display this one in the packaging. I'm definitely going to open it and check it out and give you guys a look at all of its features. Depending on how I feel about it, I mean, I could maybe see putting it back in the packaging, taping it back up, and putting it on display, but I think it's going to be more fun displaying this one out of the packaging. So let's go ahead and get this out of the packaging and give you a close look at it. Try and give myself the best case scenario of getting it back in the packaging if I want to put it back in the packaging. You can see that I really didn't disturb much of the packaging, so if I wanted to put it back in, tape it up, I think it would display okay. It certainly won't be mint on card anymore, but gives me options. So let's look at the figure here first. We've got a little Lightyear figure. His helmet does not come up, but he does have some points of articulation here. His arms move up and down. It looks like they are paired together. And then his legs move up and down separate from each other, so you can seat him in the cockpit. And then let's get this out of the packaging here. How is it in there? Cool. Alright, so it looks like it can be displayed on a flight stand of some kind. It did not come with one included in the packaging, so I wonder if that was a never mind kind of thing. We decided not to put that in there. You got a little rubber band here holding the canopy down. Alright, so here's the spaceship. It's a really good looking spaceship. I like the engines on it, and I like the way that the wings kind of are angled down and swept forward. It's got kind of a X-wing kind of nose to it. I mean, it's not exactly, but it's similar. It does have some landing gear. Let's see how well that comes down. Oh, and their wheels even. So get that pulled down. Now the wheels, I mean, they're not actually wheels. They're just like molded into the landing gear. It doesn't roll, but it does sit very well on a flat surface, and they do tuck away pretty nicely. I mean, that's done very well. I mean, a lot of times with airplanes, I'll complain about the landing gear being down and want to cut and remove them, and this, it's not necessary. You can put them down if you want, and you can put them back up in the flight position if you want to. So let's get into the cockpit here. Lift up the canopy, and that's got a nice translucent canopy there. Let's see, putting Buzz Lightyear in. Alright, so he fits in there like that. Let's see how well does that close. Ooh, that's not looking great. Okay, we gotta slide him in like he's laying down. There we go. Does close. So you can see the Lightyear figure in the cockpit. Canopy goes down, and with these little engine extensions here, they are kind of a rubbery plastic, so they're not going to be fragile and break off. If the ship is dropped and it strikes something, it should just bend and then form back. So that's kind of nice. I do notice that there is a lack of weapons on this thing, so I wonder if, I mean, Buzz Lightyear has a laser, so I don't know why they would think that having weapons on a spaceship would be too violent. And maybe the lasers come out of someplace weird, like up here or somewhere back here or something, maybe at the very front. But it almost seems like this is built for speed and transport, so it's interesting to see if that will have weapons on it or not in the movie. But this is a really good looking ship, and it makes for a nice little display. Retailed at Walmart for just under $12 plus tax. And it seemed like there were 6 packages per case. They had one of each of these 5 ships, and they duplicated this one here. Alright, well, there is a close look at the XL-15 and Buzz Lightyear figure that goes with it. Thanks for checking out my videos. We will catch you next time.